So I'm pretty sure all of you are familiar with this algorithm. It's basically a white T-poem. Everyone has made this algorithm by their own when you're just casually solving and just doing some warm-up solves. So the topic of today's video is going to be why you should try and invent your own algorithms. Let's get started. So I've discovered a ton of algorithms by my own, and this is one of the OLLs that I've discovered by my own. So this Pike is, I don't know what it's called. So I was just randomly doing G poems, and then when I messed up the G poem, I accidentally made that algorithm. So instead of doing an R2, I just did something like R prime, U prime. I did something like R prime, U prime, R prime, F, R, U, R, U prime, R prime, F prime, R, and U. And this is the algorithm which I use instead of the normal one. It ended up in me discovering an algorithm which was the best for me. So I am going to give you another general example. The key, everyone knows what the keyhole method is, right? If you don't know, it's basically when the edge of the F12 pair is in the correct spot and you just misalign the cross pieces so that you insert it, and then it goes over there so that it's over there. So basically this thing also I discovered it by my own, and there are a lot of people that did, just messing around your cube and just thinking about how alternative methods can be useful for you is quite a good practice. So I just inserted it like this, and I was like, oh, how did this pair form? So I just reversed the moves, and then I was like, okay, so this piece is over here, and yeah, I can do that for other pieces too. So then I learned the keyhole method, but I don't know what it was called that time. Now let's talk about finger tricks. So this is a pretty normal OLL case which kind of everyone loves. So what you normally do is you use your index finger, right? So but what I do is, so I was watching Shivam Bansal just doing his 3x3 solves, and then I noticed his fingers are kind of huge for the cube, so he has to finger trick it by using the middle bone of his finger. So I was like, whoa, that looks cool. So I tried doing that, and it actually turned out to be good. So I went something like, instead of using the left index finger, I use my middle finger. So just see what I do. And it's a very risky algorithm, quite fast. Sometimes when you're doing this algorithm and your index finger is over here and you don't want to regrip, you can just use your middle finger for it. I mean, if you have long fingers, but it's quite a good thing to learn algos by your own. Let's talk about the lefty finger tricks. When you're lazy to learn new algorithms, you tend to just mirror the algorithm or find the easiest way to do it. And here I'm going to show two types of examples. So this is a normal R poem. It works on J poems, R poems, A poems. I mean, you just do the lefty algorithm instead of the righty. So it's a thing that you figure it out by your own, and you probably do the lefty algorithm better than your righty algorithm. And that's the case for my lefty J poem. It's actually faster than the standard algorithm for J poem algorithm. The standard one is not good as the lefty one. I can't do this one properly. I don't know, I just don't get the finger trick properly, and I've tried it a lot of times. So instead I just do the lefty one, which is quite simple. First type of PLL, discovering your algorithm by your own, and the second type which I'm going to show is mixing up two algorithms. So it's something that you learn by a fluke, I guess. It happens to many people. So I was lazy to do the G poem. Like, G poems are the last thing that anyone learns, and I was lazy for it too. I think this is the GA poem, in which you have the headlights on the left and both aligned pieces on the right. So I didn't know the standard one, so instead what I did was I just did a J-perm, and halfway through I did a T-perm, which solved the case. I mean, it wasn't the fastest, but it was a very fast G-perm for me at that time because I didn't know how to finger trick, and I wasn't even sub 20. So wrapping up with the video, the main point was that you should try and learn new algorithms. I mean, like I found the OLL one to be my favorite algorithm, and it's the fastest. Sometimes what you discover may be better than the algorithms which you have seen. So I would recommend that you just while you're doing some warm-ups also, or while you're cubing casually, just try and figure out some algorithms if you can. I mean, it's usually a fluke, but yeah, if it happens, I mean, it can be your main algorithm, and it can be a fastest algorithm that no one has ever discovered. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. See you guys in the next video. Bye.